Hello friends, in the previous video we learned about theory of congruence and prove a theorem related this, and also I show you some examples. Today I'll teach you about some properties of congruence. So now friends, let's start. The first property is A congruent to A mod M. This is pretty obvious. The second property states that if A congruent to B mod M, then B also congruent to A mod M. This is also obvious because from the definition we know that A congruent to B means A minus B is divisible by M, or you can say that A minus B equals to some integer into M. Okay, P is an integer, and if we multiply the both sides with minus 1, then we will get B minus A equals to minus P into M. Okay, and if we write minus P as Q, then Q into M, where minus P equals to Q. So you can say that M also divides B minus A, so B is also congruent to A mod M. Clear? The third property states that if A congruent to B, B congruent to C, then A is congruent to C mod M. This is just like the transitive property. The fourth property states that if A congruent to B mod M, then for any integer C, A plus C is congruent to B plus C mod M, and A into C congruent to B into C mod M. Okay, to prove that, we know that if A congruent to B mod M, then we can write that M divides A minus B. Okay, so for this case, for the first case, let's see, A plus C congruent to B plus C, so we can write A plus C M divides A plus C and B plus C, and this is nothing but M divides A minus B, which is true because it is given. And also for the second term, we can say that AC minus BC. Okay, let A minus B. Okay, so we know that M divides A minus B also, so if we can write A minus B as some integer P into M. Okay, if we multiply C in the both sides, then we will get C A minus B equals to C. Okay, then A minus B, AC minus BC is equals to C the integer, P is an integer, so C into P is also an integer. Let's write it Q dot M. Okay, so AC congruent to BC. Okay, the fifth property states that if A congruent to B mod M and C congruent to D mod M, then A plus C is congruent to B plus D mod M. Okay, to prove this, first it is given that A congruent to B mod M, so we can write A minus B equals to some constant P into M. Also it is given that C congruent to D mod M, so C minus D is equals to some integer Q into M. Okay, now if we add both of them, what we get? We will get A plus C. We are adding both of them. Okay, this one and this one. become q plus p plus q into m. Now p is an integer, q is an integer, so p plus q is also an integer. We can write this as r into m. R is an integer. So what we are getting here is an integer minus an integer equals to an integer into m. So we can write this as a plus c congruent modulo b plus t mod m by the definition of congruence modulo. The sixth property states that if A is congruent to B mod M, C is congruent to D mod M, then AC is congruent to BD mod M. To prove this, we know it is given that A is congruent to B mod M, so we can write that A minus B equals to some integer P into M, or you can write A equals to B plus P into M. P is some integer. Also C is congruent to D mod M, so we can write C equals to D plus some constant into M. Sorry, it is not constant, Q is an integer. Now AC equals to we have to multiply them, D plus QM. It is BD plus PQM square plus BQM plus DPM. Okay. Okay. Now we get AC equals to this, and A minus C equals to B minus D into, what is this? This PQM, all of the PQM, BQ, all are integers, so this term is also an integer. This is an integer, and we can say this as something Z. Okay, so let it become Z into M, where Z equals to PQM plus BQ plus DP. Now, by the definition of congruence modulo, we can say that AC is congruent to BD mod M, which is the proof. Okay, now the seventh property states that if A congruent to B mod M and D, which is a positive integer, divides M, then A is congruent to B mod D. This is a very important property and we will use this in later on. Now let's talk about residue of congruence modulo. So if A is congruent to B mod M, then B is said to be a residue of A modulo M. Similarly, if B is congruent to A mod M, then we can say A is a residue of B modulo M. Okay, I'll give you an example. You know that 81 is congruent modulo 49 mod 8. Here we can say that 49 is the residue of 81 modulo 8. Similarly, we can say that 81 is the residue of 49 modulo 8 if 49 is congruent to 81 mod 8. And from the property we know that if A is congruent to B mod M, then B is also congruent to A mod M. We also proved this. Now let's talk about another property. This is also a very important property. This property states that if X is congruent to Y mod M1, X is congruent to Y mod M2, and so on, and up to X is congruent to Y mod MR, and also if their LCM of M1, M2 up to MR is M, then we can say X is congruent to Y mod M. For example, we know that 21 is congruent to 15 mod 2. Okay, Why? Because if we subtract 21 from 15, we will get 6. Also 21 is congruent to 15 mod 3. Okay, then we can say 21 is also congruent to 15 mod LCM of 2 and 3. What is LCM of 2 and 3? LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. So we can say that 21 is congruent to 15 mod 6. So friends, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button and please do subscribe to see more contents like this.